What's going on, guys? Coming at you today with another video for the First Descendant. This video covers everything you need to know about Season 3, The Breakthrough. There's a lot of good stuff to go over. Let's get into this. So as I said, Season 3 is titled Breakthrough, and it will feature a new giant open world area known as the Axion Plains. Axion will serve as the main location for Season 3. It was originally meant to be a second city for humanity, but was ultimately abandoned due to unstable dimension energy and void storms. Axion is designed for top-tier players, and the combat is suited for such. You need to be Mastery Rank 18 and have completed up through the Sigma Sector content to access Axion. The devs stated that it's designed for Descendants with a highly sophisticated build, and even then, Axion will feel tough. They broke down exactly what sophisticated build meant by saying a Descendant whose modules are all maxed and catted, max RK tuning level, fully enhanced reactor, and weapon and external component cores installed and upgraded. So you still have some time. Make sure you focus on your build, get yourself set up so you can jump right in when it drops. Zones within Axion will randomly turn into unstable dimension zones at certain intervals. Enemies become more dangerous, but the rewards get greater as well. In Axion, players can take on daily co-op quests that focus on these unstable dimension zones. They can locate supply drops scattered throughout, partake in hoverbike races, take on roaming colossi in the field, and band together to take down the dreaded wall crasher. Axion will feature all-in-one farming. Basically, you can farm just about everything here in Axion, including the new trigger modules, which I'll explain later. You can farm all the blueprints in Axion as well, but it's not exactly efficient when you're targeting something specific. So, for example, if you're looking for a specific piece, like an Ultimate Bunny piece, it's still better to utilize the existing content to target one specific thing. Due to the massive size of Axion, the devs are giving us hoverbikes to help us get around faster. When you zone into Axion for the first time, you will be given the basic type of the hoverbike, as seen here. The balance type and the speed type can be earned via farming in the Axion field. The hoverbike's abilities can be enhanced, and you'll be able to move dynamically using the boost and jump functions. You can get on and off the bike seamlessly even while moving, and you can even use your grappling hook while on it. The hoverbike also has this really cool feature that allows your ability effects to affect it. Like if you have VS's ice tracks on and then mount, the bike will leave ice trails in its path. Or for Blair, his merciless cuisine will basically turn you into Ghost Rider. I don't care how nerdy that is, I'm all for it. The hoverbikes are faster than Descendants on foot by default, but they can also be upgraded to become even faster. Each of the three models, as stated above, basic, balance, and speed, will have a variety of cosmetics and skins. Each bike has its own customization and upgrades, so you can customize each type any way you want. They will also have attachments for even further customization. With the launch of Season 3, they are changing the login lobby, which will now feature your hoverbike, as you see here in the concept art, which to me is pretty damn cool. Karel once again takes the stage as the main villain, and the story unfolds through the eyes of Nell and Enzo. They said that one of the key things they wanted to focus on for Season 3 was explaining why Karel invaded Ingress in the first place. One really cool thing about Season 3 is that we get to see Nell awaken as a Descendant, which will be the first time we actually get to see a Descendant awakening on screen. Nell will be the main character of Season 3, obviously. She is a non-attribute and will be tech and fusion archetypes. I have a video that does a full breakdown of Nell's stats and abilities that I will link in the description below for those that are interested. The new Ultimate Descendant coming will be Luna. She will get 2 new transmods. One will change her focus on firearms, while the other will highlight her rhythm actions and abilities as a debuffer. She'll also have new music added as well. She's one of my favorite Descendants, so I'm actually super excited for her to be released. More information on her when they reveal it, so stay tuned. Season 3 will be divided up into multiple episodes, just like Season 2 was, and after Ultimate Luna, we will get Ultimate Eugen following in Episode 2. The new Ultimate weapons coming are a new scout rifle called the Eraser, which is built to counter the bioelemental component of the Legion of Breach. It analyzes the enemy patterns and fires an effect that breaks through them. It does AoE damage and neutralizes adaptive defenses via its special effect. The Eraser is the Season 3 Battle Pass weapon. There is also a new ultimate launcher coming called the Exterminator, which locks onto enemies within its firing range box and then unleashes a rapid-fire barrage of missiles. It is tailor-made for taking on the enemies in Axion and is especially effective at blowing up assault ships and shredding the armor of the Spikers and Vulgus bosses. The Exterminator can be farmed in Axion. Axion offers a more in-depth, fun, and engaging combat experience. There are no more one-shot kills. They beefed up the lobby mobs to make the battling an army feeling actually feel that way. Instead of wiping out all the yard trash and then spending the rest of the time taking down the 1 or 2 remaining champion mobs, you'll now be facing multiple enemies pretty much the entire fight. They said that they wanted fights in Axion to last long enough to feel good and offer a more well-balanced combat experience. Battles are now more interactive and we'll be able to see the mobs coming, so we will have time to prepare. They added in new mechanics and attack patterns that require strategy to overcome, which will make fights far more interesting. The Legion of Breach baby mobs adapt their element from their parents via the Breach cluster sacks. So if you take them out with toxic skills, for example, the newly born ones will have high resistance to toxic. If you destroy the cluster sacks and tunnels, you can reset this elemental resistance. Destroying the cluster sacks is harder, but it resets the newly born across the battlefield. The tunnels are easier to destroy, but only the breach spawns coming from said tunnels will be affected by the change. Certain abilities are more effective than others at taking these out, such as Haley's Storm Snare and Blair's Truly Deadly Cuisine. There are also these big-ass ships in the sky called assault ships that drop troops down onto the battlefield. The goal is to destroy these and stop the endless funnel of troops from overwhelming you. Assault ships can be destroyed in various ways. Though regular weapons won't do much, there are other ways to bring these down. The new Exterminator launcher and abilities with the new Clash tag, like Kyle's Superconductivity thrusters and Keelan's Onslaught, will take them down more efficiently. Or skills with the new aim tag, like Haley's Storm Snare and Zenith abilities. The goal is to allow all Descendants to have their own way to contribute. More on the new tag system in a bit. They said they wanted the flow of multiplayer battles in Axion to shift depending on which Descendants are in the party. Axion offers many new enemy types as well. Spikers are a new type of monster classified as Razor Claws and Steel Pincers. They appear randomly during battle in Axion and offer new challenges for you to overcome. They are larger, more feral creatures mutated by the Void Storms. They will require strategy to take down. The key is to crush their armor using either the new Ultimate Weapon Exterminator or with skills that deal high damage with a single hit. There are new Vulgus bosses as well, the Abyss Scarab and the Breach Spreader. Abyss Scarabs hide underground and burst out suddenly or launch themselves straight onto you. They have a hard outer shell that needs to be broken in order to damage them. Breach Spreaders use jetpacks during battle. Once they're airborne, they will proceed to bombard you from above. By far the biggest threat in Axion will be the Wall Crasher. The Wall Crasher is the new Colossi, the largest to date, in fact. He can be taken on by up to 8 players. Yeah, you heard that right. 8-player co-op is now a thing. At certain times, the Wall Crasher will spawn into the center of the Axion Plains. This creates an instance for the fight that players can join, even while it's in progress. Before his arrival, Axion will be flooded with omens marking his descent. During this time, you will see other lesser colossi like Gravewalkers and Executioners just free roaming, chilling around Axion that you can take on. Since Wall Crasher is a massive 8-player fight, most of his skills cover the whole screen. He is a heavy hitter, but he moves slowly, so you'll need to read his actions and anticipate his attacks in order to survive. Staying mobile and dodging while also maintaining damage is very important while fighting him. His HP and difficulty does not scale depending on how many players are fighting him. More players just means a potential faster takedown and that his attention will be more spread out. Just remember that players can join even while the fight is in progress, so if you don't have a full team, hope is not necessarily lost. You will now be able to combine combat styles in more diverse ways via the new trigger modules. Trigger modules are a new type of module that can only be obtained in Axion. Trigger modules basically add a new skill for your Descendant. To unlock the trigger module slot, your character needs to be level 40 with a minimum of 10 catalysts installed, and you must be level 40 in your RK tuning. Once this is achieved, you will use a special item called Axiom to open the slot. Once the slot is unlocked, you can then swap mods freely to accent whatever build you are using at the time. Descendant abilities now all have tags on them, indicating what they are or do, such as clash, charge, stack, aim, barrier, weaken, etc., as you can see on the screen here. Each trigger module has a type that matches these tags, and once you use a skill with the corresponding tag, the trigger module's effect will, well, trigger. The trigger skills are designed to match with your abilities to make them look more like upgraded versions of existing skills in a way. Here you can see the trigger modules themselves. Battering Ram, for example, is triggered when Clash type skills are activated. Ajax, Kyle, Serena, Keelan, Essimo, Valby, and Ines all have Clash skills. Also, some trigger modules have no tags at all. These special ones trigger during more general actions such as reloading or hitting weak points. There will be 9 trigger modules released from the start, with new ones being added every month throughout Season 3. They will also be releasing new mutant cells monthly as well. Season 3 will also include swords, which come in 3 different types. They will be equipped in the same slot as your guns and will of course be able to be modded and cored to further enhance them. Swords will have a normal attack and a special attack, slash attacks, charge attacks, and strike through attacks. Swords will be making their appearance in October, and the 3 types I mentioned are a tech katana, a 2-handed greatsword, and a laser sword. They are introducing a newly discovered void vessel. This will be a larger ship than the last one, and it will feature a long traversal section that will utilize the hover bike. The final boss of this void vessel will be using the tech katana sword, and that is who you will get yours from. The other 2 swords will release later on as the season progresses. The new Void Abyss Colossi is called the Stormhanger. He is a modified version of the Hangman. Don't worry though, this time that stupid cube bullshit is not part of the fight. No more beam attacks either. Stormhanger is electric attribute, obviously, and the key to the fight is to minimize his powerful skill attacks by destroying unstable cores that will give you an EMP shield at the proper time. So timing is key. Stormhanger in challenge mode will have a more complex pattern. He summons an accumulation inhibitor that boosts his defense. This, combined with managing said unstable cores, is the key to winning this harder version. And of course, there's a skin for him, as well as a Kolatoy, like always. They are bringing a number of changes to the Battle Pass system this season, dubbed Battle Pass 2.0. There will now be exclusive skins within the Battle Pass, rather than just recolors like we've had in the past. This common use skin here will be the final reward for this season. Going forward, the Battle Pass will feature a skin that matches the content it is released with this one clearly being mechanic inspired by the new hover bikes. They have also reworked how the daily challenges work. They are now tied to your mastery rank, and there is a new replace feature that allows you to swap out daily challenges that you don't want or like for new ones. Season challenges have also been reworked and now feature multiple steps. For example, infiltration missions, there will be multiple steps such as complete 10, complete 20, complete 30, etc. They revamped how Battle Pass experience is distributed as well. You will now earn meaningful progress from not only the seasonal challenges, but also from the daily and weekly ones as well. Inversion reinforcement is also being revamped. The blue ones are staying the same, the red one is changing, and the yellow ones are being renewed, meaning they're being reworked. Survival will change to attribute resistance, max HP, max shield, and defense, and the season line will now have effects that match the season content, like in this case, increased number of targets for the Exterminator, increased damage for the Eraser, and strengthen the effects of Nell's scan. They're tweaking the catalyst system as well. When you cat your Descendants now, you will still drop down to level 1. However, your stats will no longer drop with it. Your stats will stay up as if you are still level 40, so you will actually feel like you're getting stronger as you go. Rolling out in August, they're going to be doing monthly Descendant reworks to address balancing issues, starting with Jaber. Ines is going to be used as the baseline for skill-based characters, and Serena is going to be used as the baseline for firearm-based Descendants, so they can improve weaker Descendants to make them more on par with the others. In September, they'll be rolling out the Lounge, which is a new private space for your Descendants. Here you see the back room area of the lounge where Descendants will make eye contact with you and even say hello. There are various emotes and actions you can do within the lounge, such as sit, sleep, wave, etc. The lounge will contain the back room bedroom area, a living room area, and a shower. There are various collectibles that you can collect and display, seen here. There are even larger diorama types that can be placed like a template, and then you will collect characters that you can place on top of them to create your own custom scenes. These figures come in painted, unpainted, and even shiny gold variants, so there's really something for everyone. There is an upcoming collaboration with Nier Automata coming August 7th. This will include 4 skins, 2 emotes, and 2 swords for use as back attachments. They also have a second collaboration coming in November, but they have yet to tell us what that is. Here's hoping for Stellar Blade. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. So, we have Nell coming August 7th, Ultimate Luna coming September 4th, and Ultimate Eugen coming in December. But we also have a brand new Descendant dropping in November, Captain Harris of the Construction Corps. Here we can see her concept sketch. She will be a skill-based damage dealer that fights with her mechanical arms. Given the current pattern, I'm guessing she's going to be chill. More info on that as it becomes available. I know a lot of people wanted Dia, but she didn't really fit with the chill type, so she'll more than likely be either the next or one more after that, depending on whether they want her to be toxic or electric. My guess is she'll be electric, which will put her 2 past Harris, so expect her somewhere around May. Unless they decide to do another double release like Keelan and Ines, then it would probably be sometime around February. Mind you, this is all assuming that they stick to their current established pattern. They may change it up. Who the hell knows? Either way, I will keep you posted as I know more. Season 3 will also be bringing us a new fellow. This time it's a Husky, which I am insanely excited for because it is one of my all-time favorite breeds. A buttload of new skins are coming as well, and there are quite a few good-looking ones. I have a full skins showcase up that I will link in the description below for those that are interested. I didn't feel like posting them here to save time. On July 24th, they will be launching a Season 3 demo. In the demo, you'll be able to play as Nell, ride the hoverbike, and explore Axion. You can also experience the combat against the Legion of Breach and even fight Wallcrasher. Note that participating in this demo will reward you with a special title, gold, and 3 exclusive hover bike paints. If you complete the demo, you'll receive additional rewards such as a spoils box or a catalyst. The game's soundtrack is also now available via streaming platforms for those who wish to have it. Honestly, Season 3 seems like it's going to be amazing, and I'm actually really excited to try out the demo in a couple weeks. So, like I said, I will keep you posted as all new information comes along. And that's it for this video, guys. As always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. Later.